Hi folks, as I told you, I apologize for our last some complications that we had trying to get our vlog up on Monday, but yeah, we'll continue, and hopefully that we won't have any more sadness in the vlogs forthcoming. Right, we're heading towards Puerto Rico now, and I'll give you some information regarding Puerto Rico. The unfortunate thing, Allure of the Seas, they told us probably about 3 months before we actually went on board that the schedule was to go to St. Thomas, but because of some difficulties that they've had on the ship, some faults, it is impossible to actually go to St. Thomas because of the time period, and instead we'll go to Puerto Rico. We was expected to have the day in St. Thomas, one full day, but they rescheduled it, and we was in Puerto Rico from about 8 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock, I think, the day, which we head out. It was a very short day, so we did not see much of Puerto Rico. Time was very sharp. We didn't really have much time, but we did enjoy Puerto Rico. And my vlog this time, it just gives you overall little bit on Puerto Rico, because there wasn't really much we could go and see. There's a few itineraries out there to spend the day, but you got to get off that boat quickly, get out, get on your trip, and then head wherever they, there's lots of nice sights and beaches in Puerto Rico, but it's a bit of rushing, and we didn't want to risk it because of the time period, so we actually just walked around Puerto Rico. And again, because we was there so early, the shops locally wasn't really open till about 10 o'clock, so we did have a bite to eat, as I will tell you on my vlog, but I'll let my vlog play, and I hope you enjoy. Some info about our 5th day now, and just sailing out of Puerto Rico, heading for 1 day travel all the way to the Bahamas. Give you a touchdown of last night now. I think that was the last time I touched base with you all. Last night they had a lot of entertainment in the arcade area, in the forum area where people walk up and down, and they had quite a lot of entertainment going on last night. A lot of the clubs being opened, and so lots to do as per usual. You need to be organize yourself accordingly. Last night we for the daytime, I've been up and down for the daytime, and had a shave as well in the Vitality area. Very comfortable. My shave cost me about $45, but it was not just a shave. He actually done some massaging, and yeah, quite a good shave. I did very much enjoy that. I don't think there was nothing different or other than we didn't really go to no entertainment, but there was a lot on. Again, a lot of reading has to be done to see what's on. There's things on all the time. Basically, you do get like a newspaper every day which tells you what is going on and where it's going on. We did do some fine dining last night. Again, because we had the grand suite, we managed to actually go up to the 17th floor where you actually have fine dining, and it was very nice. The menu is not too much different to what we would normally get with our seated area, which is what you actually do before you go on your cruise. You have actually a seated area, your number of your table, and your number of your table is always there. Your table is always there. We haven't gone there for the last 2 nights. Now we will be there tonight, but just to give you a little hint as to what's going on. Really, the fine dining is not much different, except it's quite more relaxing. In the main dining, it is busy, but you still get served. You've got dedicated servers for your food, and
they're willing to do the best for you to keep you there every day to dine with them. So I did very much enjoy that dining experience, and we'll be back in the main dining room today. So I'll give you a feedback as to if anything changes. You may ask around now what kind of menu you're getting. Well, basically, the three meats: fish, chicken, and mainly either like ribs or beef, really, at the end of the day. But there's quite a lot. The Windjammer has the best choices of meals. They have everything from, I mean, they go with what, depending on what's for the night as well. Like it was a Caribbean night, the night before, and they had, oxtail and curry goat and things like that. So, they just go with the theme really, and it can get quite full up there. But if you kind of go where it's, a bit later, where there's not a lot of people there, then you'll get through a lot faster. You'll get a table, but you have queues first thing this morning. First thing, especially in the midday and early eating times. Because everybody wants to do their own thing. So really, the best time for eating will probably be around about 6 o'clock. My eating time's 8, but that interferes with a lot of shows as well. But we ain't really booked in that much shows because we booked in basically a couple shows, 2 shows. So it hasn't really affected the time. We either drop the time when we're going to be seated or drop the time after. So at least we do get a meal for the evening. I must say I did order in a little snack last night for the first time. Um, the snack list, make sure it's surprising that they don't have it in your bedroom there in much advertisement. All they're saying is that, oh, you can order, but make sure one of the things that you do is ask for your what you have. What are you going to make for me? It's 24 hours, but just have the actual menu, request your menu, so you always got it there, and that you don't have to keep asking for it, because it's important to know. Okay, if you feel like a snack, you'll have something like that. Like I said, due to the fine dining, I had a snack last night. It was very, very nice. It was very nice. I had a little a roll with ribeye pieces within the roll, cheese. I had some cookies, and I felt good at the end of that. Another thing, those from the UK again. Noticed as well. I thought I'd have a cup of coffee, but sorry, cup of tea, because there's so much coffee here. It's unbelievable. I'm not saying it's nice. It's very nice and very strong coffee, but we do want our tea. And I've noticed there is no tea. I have to request some tea to be put within the room. I'll have to request that a bit later because I noticed that there isn't. So sometimes we get to a stage where we do need a cup of tea. We haven't had one for a long time as well. Last night, it's not very indicated where and if you have to pay for anything. I got to a stage where we did want a cup of tea and we did want a cup of coffee, and just went by a restaurant in the parade area, and yes, I did have to pay for it. And you're looking probably approximately $6, $7 per cup. And it does come rather expensive, and one would say, okay, if you didn't want it, after you knew you have to pay for it, but you come to a predicament where you're already there, just pay for it. Again, it's not good because you know your bill's coming up, and the whole idea of having all things free is to make sure that your bill keeps down to a low amount, so you're comfortable at it at the end. But you walk into that kind of predicament sometimes, and like I said, if there was somewhere where you can say, oh, that place across there would definitely have it, but you don't know. And not only that, there were seats around, so everything just seemed comfortable. You just wanted a cup of coffee, wanted tea, just didn't want the fuss, just paid for it, just put it on. You say to yourself, oh well, it's only, yeah, but it'll be added up at the end of the day. But at the end of all my information that I've been giving you, I'll be selecting different areas that I'll be working with and telling you deeper and more information about that particular instant or that particular item, and probably how to go about it. I'll give you again a little bit more information. Although you might have a grand suite, you don't necessarily you don't get that embarkation according to what we read and the information. Looking at the grand suite, thinking that you can embark when you're going on them when you're going onshore, that you get out faster than anybody else. You don't. Everybody else is the same. Everybody else treated the same. Coming back on, same thing. So don't expect that. I did. Just thought, well, probably being privileged, spend a lot of money. That might happen. Um, Very important. You're time watching when you go out there. That's the problem. You're thinking, have I got the right time and this, that, the other. It's one of them things. When we was actually in Puerto Rico today, we only had this from 7:30 till 1:30. Not enough time really. Really, it was raining as well. That didn't help. But the shops themselves don't even open until 10 o'clock. There's a lot of shops there. There's a lot of things to do. Wish I had a day there though. It's not worth the couple. It's not worth the hours that we spent there. Um, I do think that's something that a lot of the seeds have to look at or explain to people why we just stop in fight. This amount of hours there. It don't make sense. You can't do a lot. You don't trust it. You feel when you have a whole day when you got time to play with, but when you just have that amount of hours, you got to make up your mind. Shall I go with somebody and go around, and then by the time I come back, I've only got an hour? Shall I walk and then find out? At that time in the morning, I'm not accustomed of having my breakfast yet. So what should I do? Should I go out there and then look for breakfast? Well, we did. We was rather hungry when we went out there. Really couldn't find nothing to open. Took us about close to an hour just finding a place and managed to get something to eat. But we couldn't really go off on the excursion because we'd be hungry and nobody was gonna just say, "Oh, let's park up here for an hour and then you eat." It doesn't seem that way. If it is, it needs to be sorted. If it isn't, well, we don't know. And then you still got to consider the taxi driver. What taxi driver you're getting. So really, at the end of the day, it is early. It is best to get a little snack before you go. You try and get a coffee or tea. But as I said, because it's so early in the morning, you just rush out and you think, oh, I'll go down the road and get coffee and tea. But not possible. Not for about at least an hour, hour and a half. And then you're okay, you did get it. Right, coming in, they ask for some identification, so make sure you do, on your way coming back, make sure you do have some sort of ID as to what you got in the car. I'm not too sure why they are stopping certain people and others. I'm not too sure. I really would like to know, but I'm looking at this a lot more further as I go on. I'm looking for our next day and see what kind of response I'm getting. Bit of things running through my mind, thinking why they're doing it and who they're doing it to. But again, I'll go a bit deeper when I start to look back on these videos. I'll dedicate, like I said, certain areas and what my thoughts are and what should be done and how we should go about it. And again, like I said, on some of these information I'm giving you, that I'm directly telling Allure of the Seas, this is what you need to do to better certain things to make more people feel comfortable. And it was better because, as far as I'm concerned, if what this is why I'm doing it, because we need information and we need to know. Well, if we go on another one, this is what I expect, because I expect you to do a lot better, or I think you've done great, and of course I'll say you've done great. Again, coming back in today, everybody was rushing to get something to eat. Brilliant when we had to go upstairs. When you're on the Grand Suite again, you get upstairs. It's nice and quiet and comfortable. They had a nice little lunch there, chicken, ribs, and that was good. Again, that was comfortable. You wouldn't like to see the queue on the Windjammer. Everybody's been up and down from since the morning. The Windjammer was absolutely packed thoroughly. So they are the ones scattered all around, but of course I haven't gone to them yet. We are heading to the Bahamas, like I said. Not too pleased, but I'm going to go into this. I went up to the Grand. We're having a suite again. You have a area which is upstairs which is a lot higher than everybody. Basically, you go on top and you have that area for yourself. It has a bar. And I think I wasn't too happy with the person who served. I put this online, the time that I came off, which the date today is the after so the 8th of August, and 8th of August at approximately quarter to 2, we had someone serving upstairs. I'm putting this online, so I do remember and remember. And lady was not very so polite. I don't know if she was happy that she wanted to finish off, because she finished actually about 2 o'clock or just gone 2. But her service was not appreciated. And again, I will go more into that, because I'll tell the truth, she's probably about the only one that I thought, well, you're not making the effort. You know, I did nothing to you, or you're having a bad day. As far as you're concerned, he was happy with other people. As soon as we came, we was not treated the way we thought that we should have been, but we will look more into that anyway. I'm also going to get prepared for tonight, what we're doing. You know what? Again, because they're not reading the daily information, we'll probably have dinner. We're in a group, so we'll have dinner, and the dinner is kind of late. We slept during the day today, so we can stay a bit later, so we might do some investigation. I, for one, always end up at the casino for some strange reason, trying to earn that. You know, I don't not spend much really, but just to try and earn that little dollar. But at the moment, I'm on equal terms with them, in the sense that I've lost of gain, you know. So there you go. That's how it is going at the moment. Right, so now I think we're fully up to date. I don't think there's nothing more that I've come across. It was raining today on the way out of Miami. Out of Puerto Rico. Yes, I'll have to edit that. Yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the. I'm gonna read the paper for about five minutes. It's like it is a newspaper, and I don't normally read newspapers, so I'll read the newspaper for a bit and see if there's anything that might interest me tonight, and see if we can investigate and give you more of a rundown what's happening and so. Like I said, there's a lot of things that we're going to be dedicated to certain areas, because you do during the day, you do forget, oh, what I've done, and then it comes back to you. So what I do when I look back at this, I will remember certain things and just go well into depth with it. Give the information, my likes, my dislikes, what to expect, how to deal with it, and that's basically it. I'll speak to you one day. We'll be on the sea again for the whole day, going to the Bahamas. It's always be 24 hours. So next time I talk to you, we're still on the sea. I'll give you updates of anything new, what you might be interested in, what we've done, and speak to you soon.
Hi, folks. Yeah, I gave you a bit of everything on that last vlog. I was just looking at it myself, and I'm just going to touch down a bit on Puerto Rico. We walked around the old part of Puerto Rico, and they have quite a few shops very well. Like I did say, that didn't open till after 10 o'clock really, and we had a nice breakfast there, and a nice area. It has quite a lot of history actually in the area. It's not too far from the boat. You're talking approximately about 15 minutes walk. But the area that we was actually in, walking up and down, we actually walked up and down for about 3 hours really at the end of the day. Take our time, and they had a few markets there that you can buy a few things. Yeah, it does carry quite a lot of history, and it's nice to see it so relaxed and laid back. And like I said, we only really stayed out there till about 12:30, and then we realized it was picking up quite a bit more. There was a lot more people on the road selling things, and their prices wasn't too bad. They were selling a bit of this and a bit of that. There was no haggling, which is very good. And the food at the breakfast that we had was nice. It was laid back, it was relaxed. It just feels like a little village, but it has like a few jewelry stores as well, and the pharmacies, local amenities throughout, so you can see that basically it's just a town, and a small little town area where a few people go. But yeah, otherwise than that, I wish I spent more time in Puerto Rico. I must say again to Allure of the Seas that, yeah, you know, let's get it right. You know, we wasn't going to St. Thomas, but if you're going to put us into Puerto Rico, let's spend the time that we're going to have so we can enjoy ourselves. But yeah, that is direct to them. But again, I will have to say that being back on the boat, as I did say, a few things to remember, that not everywhere goes through your, you know, your card. You know, you can get all your beverages. Not everywhere it does, especially Starbucks. That was they, you know, you have to put that on your card. That adds up on your card. You don't realize that because they don't say nothing. You expect them to say, "Oh, where's your card?" but they don't. So they do charge you. So look out for that for the Starbucks there. As I said, I experienced only one issue with one of the barmaids there. I don't think she was too helpful. But like I said, you know, I don't expect to be 100% all the time. I wish it was, but it is not. It just happened to be one of those days, more than likely, that I caught somebody who's just a bit upset of what they're doing and they didn't want to involve themselves in having a conversation or talking or basically serving me at the end of the day. But you know, all is forgotten and I still continue to enjoy myself. So I'll have to say goodbye to Puerto Rico for now, and I will give you a rundown further on to the Bahamas. What a wonderful place I'm looking forward to go to. And guess what? We've got the whole day there, which I am looking forward to. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you on the next vlog.